Hey everybody, Melissa here. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited you're all here. So what if I were to tell you you no longer need a paid version of Adobe to edit a PDF? Now some of you might go, I know. I can go online, I can upload it, I can make the changes, and I can download it back. Well, yeah, there's some ways you can do that. But what if I were to tell you that if you have Office 365 or the Microsoft Suite on your desktop, that you already have that capability? I think some of you might lean in and go, shut your mouth. What are you talking about? You've lost your mind again. Well, some days that's true, but not today, because you can now edit a PDF in Microsoft Word. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. You can now do it in Microsoft Word. And I can't wait to show you how this works. So let's go ahead and get started. So from a blank Word document, we're going to open our PDF. We're going to go to File, Open, go to wherever yours is at, and I'm going to start with this table of contents. Now this box is going to pop up and it basically says Word's going to convert it from a PDF to a Word document, and it's going to try to optimize it. However, there may be some formatting changes that you're going to have to make when this conversion process is done. So we're going to tell it OK. And this is what our document looks like. We have a title, table of contents, and our information. Now what we have here doesn't look quite right. Let's go look at our original PDF. It has a table of contents that's clickable, and then it has our information. So it looks like the only thing that really kind of messed up on the import was the table of contents, and there's a reason for that. So when it imported this, if we go down and we look at our headers, because if you remember in another video we discussed how you have to have headers for your table of contents. If we click on video, it has it as normal instead of a heading 1. So we need to change that. And then I'm going to make this bigger. Then basics, it has it as heading 1, but we want that to be heading 2 or a subheading under video. So I'm going to change it. And I'm going to change the font just a little bit. Now I'm not going to do this whole document. I'm just going to do a few of these. We're going to do the same thing for production. We want it to be a heading 2. And then I'm going to make recording a heading 3. And then change the font just a little bit. And then that'll give us an idea of how it should look. So if we go back up to the top, normally when you're dealing with a table of contents, you should be able to click on it, go to References, and tell it to update your table. But watch what happens. There is no table of contents to update. So when Word is converting from a PDF to a Word document, it did not see that first page as a table of contents. It just saw it as text. So we're going to have to manually update the table of contents, but it's really easy. We're just going to recreate it. So we're going to tell this OK. And if we just highlight our existing table of contents and we go back to table of contents under References and just insert a new one, it's going to update it with the correct headers and subheaders. Now let's look at the PDF that contains a picture. We're going to go to File, we're going to Open, and I'm going to open this fruit.pdf, and it's going to give us the same box. So I'm going to tell it OK, and I'm going to reduce this size quite a bit. Let's make it like 40 so we can see the whole thing. Okay. And that looks completely different from our original PDF. Let's take a look at it. So we had Mel's Fruit Market, a picture of fruit, and then we had the hours. And if we go back and look at our Word document, it's changed our font, our color, and things like that because it couldn't pull it over correctly. So the first thing that we're going to need to do, if you notice this picture is an anchor and it has the hours in there. So if we go move it, it's going to move that hours with it, and it's going to be kind of weird. So the first thing I want to do is delete the hours box, and I can put it back down here later. And then instead of this being an anchor, I want to right click on it, and I'm going to tell it wrap text, and I'm going to say inline with text. And then I'm going to move it to after the T and mark it. And then it's going to put it back to Mel's Fruit Market being here, the picture being here, and the hours being down here. So let's go ahead and change the size of Mel's Fruit Market. Let's try maybe 100, probably a little bit more than that. Let's do 125. There we go. That looks okay. And then I'm going to center it. Now for our hours, I need to put hours back in here. So I'm going to put hours and I'm going to hit enter. And as you can see, it's over 2 pages. Well, I want to bring it down to 1. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to reduce this size to say maybe 50. I'm going to center it. And if you noticed, it put Saturday and Sunday on the same line. So I'm going to hit enter there to put it on 2 separate lines. And now I want to highlight this, and let's just go to paragraph. So we're going to go to layout and paragraph. I'm going to tell it 0 before and 0 after. And I'm going to take this down just a little bit more to get it on the same page. That's a little bit too small. So let's try that. And now, let me make it a little bit bigger so we can see it. Now we can start making changes to our font and our color. Let's just change our font color. I'm going to bold that. Let's say we want to bold this. Let's go ahead and change this color to match our title. And then you can go on and continue making any other changes that you want to once it's imported it and translated it from a PDF to a Word document. See what I tell you? I'm so excited. All together now. Happy dance, happy dance. Okay, I'll stop. I promise I won't do that again. Just keep in mind that there's going to be some changes you'll have to make when it does the translation from a PDF to a Word document, kind of like we did with this one. If you pull in a table of contents, you'll have to look at your headers and update your table of contents. You may have some formatting issues. As we had with the picture, you may have some text wrapping issues, but they're all really simple to fix. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content like this in the future, please subscribe to my channel before you go. And if you have any questions, feedback, or ideas for future content, then drop me a comment. And I'll see you in the next tutorial. Until then, thanks so much for watching.